Hello all, thank you so much for joining me today. It's one of the first installments of my coloring journey. A lot of people ask me how I color certain things, and I do not know how to explain it. So I figured I'd do a video, and also this is basically a log for me while I am learning how to do things that will benefit my comic book. Really wanted to work on some background techniques today. Background techniques are not very high on my list usually, but I do notice that I need to really work on something. So today I give you a rock inside of a cave with the dark ruler sitting on top of it. Well, hanging from it, because he is a bat. And this is by Quentin Sealy. Lovely lines. I love the fast and loose way he does his artwork. He is the administrator of the Pencil Lit Dojo, which you can find that on Facebook. You want to take a look, see kind of stuff the artists work on, see them grow, maybe join, whatever you want to do. I've already filled in the basic colors. I actually did pick out a color palette. I usually don't, but I really need to do that so I can keep everything consistent in the comic book. Usually do it for the skin tones, colors, everything in the book, but not very much for the actual items around, which sometimes that can really work against you, considering it's supposed to be a kind of a dark comic, and Voodoo Legends sometimes look very bright and cheery in certain areas when it really should not. I have color palettes. What I do? I did the base colors. Now I'm not going to really work on the dark ruler, but I did set him, like his base color, on the layer. Set clipping group to everything else, such as his chest and accents, to make sure I don't go outside of the lines. Obviously I don't want to go outside of the lines, which would keep me from making a nice clean piece of art. I've already cleaned it up after doing the formatting of it in Photoshop. I usually always start in Photoshop because I will end in Photoshop, even though I use everything else for coloring inside of Paint Tool Side, which I really love this program. I will go back and color inside. I'm talking too much. So, let me start it, maybe talk while I am working. We're going to play some, what is the song called? Calm Before the Storm. My fiance is going to hurt me. Okay, and it's by Zaria Davenport. He also goes by Snowly. I'll provide a link in the description for his SoundCloud account, so you can hear the other awesome stuff that he works on. I'll put a link for Pencil Lit Dojo and the background that I choose for this too. First I had to find the song. Oh, there we go. Alright, so let's get it started. Rocks preserve accuracy, so I can go ahead and opacity. Woo. Preserve opacity, so I can stay within the parameters of the rock. I'm gonna have to flip them over because I am not creative enough to think of it as upside down when I feel that it should be right side up. Picture, so it doesn't have a lot of areas where I can't really make my brush really big to span over the whole thing, which you don't really want to do anyway, but I usually like doing it for some reason. Down some big bright spots only because I want to keep them identified. I got some green tinges in there just because of I'm figuring probably some grass somewhere close to the entrance, and I think he's at the entrance of the cave. Only because if he was not, there would be a whole bunch of shadows and we won't be able to see nothing any dang way. So we don't want to do that because we want to see stuff. I do apologize. I do talk a lot, which is so funny. I am recording this because I actually do not like the sound of my voice half the time. But this is serving as a way for me to remember how to do stuff, because I will figure out something and then be like, how did I do that? And I hate it when I do that. Hate it with a passion. So we are going to rectify that issue and create some stuff and remember how to do it for later usage. Some green, not really green, yellow, just to make sure it's in there. I'm pulling down little areas of color just because I want to blend everything any dang way. It's gonna be super bunch of blending, and I blend all the time. The pen stuff, got all the advanced stuff showing for you guys. Raphael Perry made. He is a wonderful artist. You can see his stuff on the Blue Azul, I think it is, for YouTube, but Lost Tire on DeviantArt. He is like awesome. He has taught me everything I know, and I've learned barely anything from him, but I'm gonna keep working, keep going, and I'm just lucky that I actually know him for a good long time. Most of my friends right now I probably know for a pretty long time. I am using the water tool, the advanced settings on there, and my blending being done in the direction that I believe the rock or the ceiling piece is going. So I try to keep the strokes in the same direction, pulling the other colors down and filling other colors under it. The preserve opacity allows the other colors to stay as dark as they were initially. So it's basically like I'm pulling it through. At least that's how I understand it. If I didn't have it on preserve, it would be clearer sections, and then the background would show through when I actually add in the background. Some areas I know it's gonna be super dark. Just freaking blend it in. Just blend it in whatever way. There's gonna be no way. I'm gonna have to go in and go with some black and put some light strokes over it. I want to blend the main stuff right now. Plus, I don't want this to be a really long tutorial because I know I can get a little bit long-winded. I'm gonna talk about it a lot because I keep trying to stop, then it doesn't work. I'm so sorry. This is probably what my artist for Voodoo Legends was going through, considering the fact that I'm long-winded in my typing also. So he's deciphering, I think, English second language and everything. He's from the Philippines. And Tagalog. So, and I'm saying Tagalog. I should not be saying it, but I'll be saying, and that ain't it. But I know he has to translate it, so then it's like all these extra words. And they're over explaining stuff, so sometimes I apologize to him. It's horrible. It is horrible. I apologize to everybody for my long-windedness. I don't apologize about anything else. But I do know that is a pretty big vice of mine, being so long-winded and explaining stuff. And I work with students in school, so you know they're not listening to me. They are not listening to me. They can never make me believe they're listening to me. need to go get some reference. I always need reference. Sometimes I find myself not getting reference at all because I just am. Let's wing it. Don't care. But I do care. I actually do care. I do care how it looks at the end because I want it to look good. It's time to start getting into the darker stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and line up edges where I know it's going to be super dark. Right at the edge over there. It's gonna get a little lighter, a little dark under him. There. Dark on the edges. Just a little bit. When I use the watercolor here, it'll just go basically empty because I am not preserving occupancy, other than the fact that I'm keeping it from going out of lines because I put on the clipping group. This is just something that I can change the color of if needed. It won't mess with the stuff we already have under it. Control Z should be everybody's best friend when anything with art is involved. And I always find myself going right back up there and pushing the undo button. It's just one thing I just don't seem to keep myself from doing. It's just hard. A little more battle scars up in here. Up in this piece. Control Z. Oh, I did Control Z. Oh, Control Z again. Giving it a little bit of light on it, mimics the shine, and keep working from there. I am not using all the colors that I picked for this. I evidently went a little overboard in the color picker, trying to figure out how I'm going to do this tutorial. I haven't done it before. Poor Little Rock is not looking the same that it did before, which should look better, but I always think it looks so ugly. Forget it. Okay. Just move on to another part when you get frustrated. Don't yell. Don't yell. Try not to yell. I'll try not to yell. Raph will kill me using all this white, but because I'm doing the background in a lighter color, I'm going to wing it. Hopefully he won't get too mad at me. grayer areas. It's overpowered by that green, yellow, strange color. Oh, ooh, did too much. See, didn't even use Control Z on that one. Now, again, all the time. Forget it. Forget it every single time. Most of the time. Because I actually remembered earlier. Horrible to me right now, but when I flip it over, I usually feel a little bit better about the picture. A lot of times I'll really gripe, but no need to. A little bit more dark to that. About good and bad score right there. Maybe we'll add a bit of light to those claw marks. Is much smaller than that ain't work out. That ain't the right color. Okay. Alright, so try it one more time. Fix that. Well, I guess it's not that bad. That's about as good as we're gonna get it. Flip them back around. Looks much better now. I picked a crack texture from Shona Stock, which you can find it on DeviantArt. I'm going to put the link in there. She has free stock on there. copy pasted and stuck it in there. Just got those colors there, and got a basic background, watercolor. I'm going to set this to multiply so you can see through it, and also just less fierceness. Do the same for background. So there you have it. So me, yay, there's spam. I think the rock came out pretty alright. Still kind of see some of that watercolor on there, which can be not fixed by the pen, but made better by the watercolor, which it did go in the direction that I wanted to go, so it's not as bad as most people would. Top layer, that top layer, though, needs to be cleaned up. Yeah. Yeah, much better than in there. Save your work. And thank you again for coming along on this coloring journey with me. I will be working on Mr. Dark Ruler a little later, and hopefully I can get away with not doing the fur as furry, because he is a bat, so they're kind of leathery anyway, at least for the wings. But it'll be a pretty basic concept on there, and then I will move on to another project, another piece of line work. Don't know if it'll be mine or someone else's, but at least it'll be something fun to do. Thank you, and bye.